Dignadice.
Because they are in the penalty situation, Relosa will take 2 from the 15-foot line. Norman Black, sensing danger, quickly sends himself back into the ballgame to take out Dignadice. He's not going to sit on the bench very long as the opponents are closing in at this point.
No, he's still wearing the fireman's cap.
Ricky has had a superb third quarter, pumping in 10 points and getting some rebounds plus some block shots in this third quarter.
Superb is absolutely the word for the performance of this young man, who seems to have not gotten that much mileage out of his partner in crime, and that's Yo-Yo Villamin.
Yes, Yo-Yo seems to be a little bit heavy in the feet today, you know, the way he was moving.
Must have had a smashing Holy Week vacation.
Partner, sometimes the rest can do you bad besides good.
That's right. Velosa is in Norman. Oh, smart move by Norman. Got Ricky Velosa committed and forced to commit the foul too.
Only the second personal foul of Ricky. In the act of shooting at the same time in the penalty situation, Norman will take 2 from the 15-foot line.
And as usual, we'll be singling out our Jollibee best player right after this match.
Norman finished the first half with 24 points, so he has only scored 2 points here in the third quarter, and he's beginning to miss the free throws. He did not miss a free throw in the first half.
Well, that long vacation on the bench after San Miguel Beer erected a very comfortable lead must have done him just as adversely as that Holy Week vacation did for Yo-Yo Villamin. Okay, here he goes, a split. 90-80. Quite a big uphill climb here for the Alaska Milkmen, trimming down what once stood as an 18-point deficit to just 10. The baseline drive by Frankie produced, what, a foul?
It's going to be a held ball between Willie Pearson and Norman Black. And if Norman was not there to help out in that last play, Frankie would have had an easy layup, you know. So Norman coming in at that point really helped out, because Dignadice might not have been able to do what Norman just did.
You know, Norman Black, a lot of the other imports, as Tim Cohn would put it, tend to underrate this young man. But he has so many things going for him, like, for example, economy of motion. That's why he's not such a flashy player, but he's so effective.
That's very true, Joe. At the same time, he's so familiar with the game here, and he has developed confidence playing in the Philippines. He might not be as talented as the other imports, but he's very effective.
You just said it, and he came through with another 18-foot bomb. 92-80, back to a dozen-point lead for the Beermen. Ricky Velosa draws a double team, goes to the open man. Frankie Lynn draws a beat on the basket. Overshoots. To the rescue, Willie Pearson.
Pearson has helped in the third quarter with 6 points here in the third quarter. 5 seconds left.
92-82. And the third quarter is now history. We'll be back with a decisive chapter right after this. Last 12 minutes on hand. 92-82, 10-point lead for San Miguel Beer.
Not an impossible thing for Alaska to overhaul. But, and they did some headway there in the last few minutes of the third quarter. They're starting off with Marty Saldana coming in for Frankie Lim, and Tim Coloso being replaced by Drew Kennedy.
Looks like Norman Black has adopted a different tag. He has assigned Hector Calma to apply a lot of defensive pressure in the backcourt to force Alaska Milk to their half-court all the time. And here is Willie Pearson getting the offensive rebound. Velosa wants to orchestrate the offensive. Marty Saldana goes to Willie. Willie makes his move against Elmer. The shot is up and out. Battle for the real Polistico 6'7" height certainly stood them in good stead in that battle with Abed Gidabin.
And he forces Gidabin to commit his 5th personal foul. Gidabin just coming into the ball game. Gidabin really jumping up, but Polistico acting like a mamaril in that play.
You know, in addition to being 6 feet 7 inches, this guy also has terrific wingspan.
That's right. He's got very long hands, you know, so he can practically reach the ring at that point without
Notice
any
how
jumping.
he practically wasn't jumping, as Abed Gidabin looked like a dwarf trying to climb up a ladder. 92-83, 82. That shot counts.
That shot counts, and fouled in the act of shooting. Called against Graves, so Ricky Relosa has a chance for a 3-point play. It's been Ricky Relosa who's been helping the team here in the second half of play.
San Miguel Beer still enjoys a big edge in field goal percentage, which still accounts for that 8-point bubble. But the Redshirts are on an upbeat note. Relosa, the shining gem in the ocean here for Arturo Valenzuela. 92-85. Ooh, that's quite a big climb they made. Calma. Yes, sir. A clutch hit by the little guy.
Good pick provided by Norman. Ricky Relosa did not react very quickly, allowed Calma with a jumper.
94-85. Hazardous pass inside heavy traffic. Polistico.
That's a veteran move there made by Polistico, challenging Norman Black, you know. Usually you would be intimidated at that point, but he did not, and he got the shot off the glass.
Well, Polistico has this attitude. You may be an import, but I'm 6'7".
Take that.
Here's Norman. He's going to challenge Ricky Relosa. The fall away is good.
Like you said, he has the fireman's cap on his head, and Norman's doing a good job of it.
He really knows how to pace himself. Okay, look at him. Pluck the ball out of the hands of Drew Kennedy like taking candy from a baby. 96-87. Heck Calma, the little guy, gets away from Marta Saldana. Loose ball foul will be declared.
Against Elmer Reyes, and over the back foul against Willie Pearson. So 3 team fouls called already against San Miguel, none against Alaska here in the fourth quarter.
3 team fouls already for San Miguel Beer. A clean slate for Alaska. 10-19 to go in this ball game. Pearson, overhead pass at low post. The third 360-degree turn by Kennedy, and he's really run cold.
Oh, great passing there between Calma and Elmer Reyes.
Dazzling piece of action. And San Miguel Beer goes back to a double-digit advantage at 98-87. Just 2 points shy of the century mark with 9:54 to go. Saldana in the three-point region. Willie Pearson, they're working that ball around the perimeter. Can't seem to find an opening or a breach, and the defense is put up around the paint there by the Beermen. But they're going to go to the line. Willie Pearson is.
Foul call against Elmer Reyes. Sorry, Joe. But Pearson showing us a little more of his game, you know. Ordinarily, Pearson has been known to be just a pure jump shooter coming off screens. But today, we've seen him drive to the basket, getting some offensive rebounds, and really being more aggressive in the ball game tonight.
He's certainly parading that new dimension of his game. He seems to be very comfortable with his new home. 98-89. Okay, once again, the Alaskans have been able to pierce through that double-digit barrier. 9:40 in the balance for this ball game. Alvin Teng against Drew Kennedy. Norman goes up against Ricky Relosa. That was a bruising mid-air collision. And that would be the third personal for Ricky Relosa. Alvin Teng checks out as Norman prepares for 2 charities. Jeffrey Graves is back in harness.
Igdudise trooping to the other end. Norman so far has done 7 out of 10 from the 15-foot line for 70% shooting in this ball game.
Okay, Norman, you can bet you're going to get a lot more needling from us where your foul shooting is concerned. But look at the prodigious out of this guy. He's looking for his 30-second marker, and he has got it. 99-89. Drew Kennedy. Looks like they've lost in the woods. Willie Pearson snaps it up from 16. 99-91.
Pearson using Kennedy as a shield in that play to escape his man and coming off with a jumper. Pearson and Relosa have really been working very hard.
Hector Calma's suicidal drive elicited what it was meant to elicit, a foul. Willie Pearson is the culprit. That would be only his first personal tonight. And the young man from Pampanga goes to the line. Yes, Dr.
Well,
Gray.
Alaska are really fighting to stay the only unbeaten team, but San Miguel would like to gain the lead right now with a victory, and they're playing hard in this ball game too.
That miss by Hector Calma is not going to bolster the confidence of the San Miguel Beer fans who are still sitting on pins and needles, notwithstanding that 8-point lead. Make that a 9-point lead. San Miguel hits the century mark with 9 minutes and 6 to go in the ball game. 191. Saldana looks for Relosa. He just found him. Jeffrey Graves also found Ricky Relosa. Polistico preparing to set up a screen. Relosa stands inside to prove futile. But look, we have a foul.
A loose ball foul probably against Norman Black.
Only the third personal for Norman Black against 4 for Drew Kennedy. And it's just going to be a sideline inbound for the Red Shirts of Alaska.
But that will be the 5th